Down here in the bottom left, currently, at least in our opinion, the underdog. Still young blood, new blood, always improving. He is Byun. Don't laugh at me. I'm trying to make this cool.
He is Byun.
Don't touch the dog.
That's a bomber, and that's
somehow the dog plays a role in there.
Somehow.
Over here in the right, against his opponent, one of the most impressive Terrans I've ever seen. He is Bomber.
Well, I thought that it could possibly go either way coming into this.
Yeah, me too.
With, in my mind, Bomber being the favorite. And after seeing the first game, Bomber brought a level of TVT that we have yet to see in StarCraft 2. And I feel like this is actually going to be a 3-0. That's actually what I feel like right now. I am actually so unbelievably impressed. I feel like he was completely better than Byun in every single moment in that game.
Well, you know what's funny is that he got a slight advantage and then made that multiply into miles and miles of advantages.
Yes.
I sold my house to come here. I like rainbows too. Hi, Mom. I love pancake.
Those are good signs.
Hope that guy finds a home.
You don't need a home.
You don't need a home.
The GSL can be your
home. Sleep on a
home.
park bench.
5 nights a week, you spend time in the GSL studio.
Sometimes we have free pizza. You can use that.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of weight.
There's always free
burn that
Pepsi.
later. Yeah.
Always drink that, man.
That's only got healthy things for you.
Indeed.
Indeed. Drink that, you live forever. All right, now I'm not surprised by this.
Yeah.
Byun reverting right back into his stereotypical style play. Tech Lab.
He's a Reaper type of guy.
He's a Reaper guy, and that's fine. I mean, he's basically saying, all right, well, that was pretty scary, game number 1. Let's go ahead and do what I know how to do best. I don't know if this is what he planned for on this map, but it's what he's going to go with now, and that's actually, I think in this situation, probably the best move. Get one Reaper out. Use that to scout. Use that to control the Xel'Naga watchtowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, pretty standard older build by Byun, as you were pointing out, Tasteless. Bomber, on the other hand, looks like he may be going possibly for Cloaked Banshee once again.
I mean, why not? I mean, he outclassed Byun so much.
And he's actually placing some Marines in some interesting areas to try to catch this Reaper. He does not want to see.
You know what's actually so genius about this? Yeah, that just happened. Is he placed it outside because all the other good Terran players put him on the inside. Mm-hmm. So Byun is just not going to be looking there. This is so bad right now for Byun.
He has no idea what's coming for him, Tasteless.
He might. Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many different things that could happen right now.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Byun may go into Blue Flame Hellions from here. He's even getting a Star Power, so it looks like very similar build to last game, but opening with a Reaper for scouting, which did nothing, so it's actually a little bit worse than last game. So his opening is a little bit worse, and still doesn't know what Bomber's doing at all. For all he knows, Bomber could be doing several different things. You know, he could be just, going for a factory, just a Banshee without cloak, who knows?
Now, this is a nice little move here, because that's a very confusing thing for Byun to see is the Marines out there, and that triggered a scan that worked. Mm-hmm. That's so smart. He's like, whoa, wait a minute, there are Marines coming out here? And then he goes, oh, what? Now he's doing this?
Yeah, one less scan to spend on his on scouting the Banshees, basically. Also, note that the command center of Bomber is being built off in a corner in the Taste of Secret hallway where you'd never think to scout.
Nobody knows about that secret hallway.
And that means that he has even less information. He's more likely to scout the natural. He's scanning the main, didn't see it there. He's going to be thinking, is this an all-in? I'm not really sure. Is this an all-in? He's going to keep asking himself that. So, I mean, this is just every little move by Bomber, man.
All right, now let's see Bomber with a minor lead, but let's not forget what happened when when we saw him get a minor lead in the previous game. He turned that into a mountain of a lead. So here comes the Banshee. Cloak is ready.
The missile turret's almost done. This may not do very much, actually. He does have another one out somewhere. Ooh.
And this will get away. Very nice.
Did force a scan,
44 energy here for him. Oh! Oh,
that was a little bit too quick there. And does lose it. 2 scans gone and 3 units gone.
2 scans for 1 Banshee. Definitely losing that Banshee still justifiable in that situation.
Yeah.
That's 600 minerals.
Yeah,
that could have been used in 2 mules.
That's basically the scenario you want against a really good Banshee user, is to use only just 2 scans on it. Now the other Banshee is coming in tasteless, but 3 blue flame Hellions rather, walking across the map.
All right. I know they look for the expansion, say no, maybe he's gearing up for another attack. I might not land my orbital. Bomber not doing that. And he might want to turn around with this Banshee. Oh,
Really
you won't get away.
Yeah.
No, wait,
Yeah, man.
No, yeah.
4 hit points left.
Flying in the danger zone.
And he wants him to force another scan. He does.
He's good.
Right before it runs out.
And
so
that's dude, Bomber is
something else.
Someone call the hospital because this guy is sick.
He's so sick. He's so sick, you big nerd, you.
He's so sick.
Well, right now, Bomber looks like he's actually going to go into just a Marine siege tank style play.
Yep.
And in fact, if there's too many Aliens, I'm sure it'll be Marauder instead. Blue Flame Aliens trying to run up. There are siege tanks there. One in siege mode, loses one and has to back off. But now he has shown his hand, and it's time to expand. And Byun finally kind of knows exactly what's going on. And it looks like Byun will actually go mech.
Well, Byun's been using mech more and more.
Yeah.
And I know you love that.
I love it.
And yeah, you're totally right. It's going to be a Marine siege tank. So Byun now going to show us a different style.
Well,
these SCVs, they're not moving. They're lazy. They lost their passion years ago.
Their voices are different, too.
Their voices are different.
All right,
you can't explain that. It's their passion. I'm a psychology minor at my university. I can read people.
Wow. Should be a poker player, then. Well, 3 factories going. Just very, very standard by Byun. He's, of course, going to pump out some Vikings to go along with that. You can't just go mech. You have to have some Vikings as well. And I'm interested to see how Bomber goes Marine Marauder siege tank against this, because right now no one really plays correctly against someone of Byun's caliber who does mech. There's really no truly correct way to do it, because someone like Byun will actually be like, well, I'm not going to overcommit. I'm just going to take bases and move forward because my siege tanks are better than your Marine Marauder. But in this case, we are actually going to see possibly the highest level Marine Marauder siege tank user fight against one of the absolute highest mech users. So, yeah, I'm going to actually get to see a lot about the potential of Marine Marauder against this. And can he outplay Byun in this circumstance where Byun, quite frankly, has not been outplayed yet?
If you treat these StarCraft games like experiments, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and I think that's a good point, is that these are basically 2 of the best.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing their respective things with the best. Let's learn about this matchup now.
Exactly. So Byun, little early pressure out. Definitely won't commit to anything because realistically would not work. Marauders are going to win lower supply battles against mech.
All right, looks like it's time to take the gold base. He's got to be careful, though.
Yeah, he does have to be careful. And here come the Marauders targeting down on siege tanks. And
oh my God, he's going to at least get these 3. Uh-oh. And now this is when you do...
Lands the Vikings, but Vikings will be taken out in seconds. Yeah,
I actually had to do a double take on that one.
That is absolutely not what you want to do. But I think he only lost 1 Viking.
When you watch Bomber play, what's interesting about it is he's always good at engaging. That's always engages perfectly.
I have to point out that Byun, that engagement definitely made the mistake. With mech, siege tanks get exponentially more powerful. You can't lose any. You have to keep them going. Yeah. And even though the supplies are so close, 108 to 116, and Bomber's going Marauder, so it's like a cheaper unit, he's in the lead. There's no question about it. Byun has lost a sizable amount of siege tanks. I think it was 4, it could have been 5. And that's something that you can't do. So Byun has faltered. I feel like Bomber might possibly be in his head, or maybe he's just not used to these scenarios, but definitely not the way you want to do it. Definitely a huge blunder by Byun.
Well, I think at this point in time, Byun's panicking. He's like, oh God, we got to get in here. We got to start doing more damage. because I've already taken some blows, and this guy's got the gold base, and we already saw what happened to me last time I got behind, and there's a Viking mating dance going on here. Trying to turn that one Viking on. It's not flying. It's not working so far.
They all get their peacock feathers out, but that Viking Tasteless is looking the other way.
Uh-oh. Nice flank.
Yeah, beautiful flank, and Bomber just coming in and punishing.
That actually might be game here.
Oh, man. Down come the Vikings. They land to run away.
Oh, my
God. No sense of make-having, Tasteless, as you would put it.
Sense of make-have is not become of with the reason why.
Yeah. Exactly. And now it's 98 supply to 125. Bomber is infinitely ahead. Just infinitely ahead, even though, I mean, the supplies may not look quite that bad. It is that bad.
Bomber is ruling this map with an Iron Fist that's wearing a Nintendo Power Glove.
Oh, that's a sick Iron Fist right
that's
there.
That's a sick, badass Iron Fist.
And some blue flames, but Marauders do not care about that.
Nope.
Oh,
Get back here!
We have concussive shells. How are you getting away? He's like, oh, I'm a Hellion. That's how.
Well, this is almost checkmate. You got one guy with the perfect unit combination and a gold base and a contain against a guy that has none of the things I just described. None of those three.
Yeah, he just doesn't have anything going on for him, man. In fact, he's going to set up a hard contain as we see those ghost silhouettes of what he's about to make. And Byun is trying to push out here, but if he actually comes through the little choke area...
Concave's not good. And look at this.
Yeah, the concave is as bad.
Without even scanning, he knows. He just keeps leapfrogging his siege tanks back.
Again, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but it's beautiful to watch a StarCraft 1 Terran play Terran vs. Terran with mech. I mean, he just moves back his siege tanks perfectly. All he's doing right now is buying himself time. He'll use some scans very shortly, I'm sure.
Well, right now, Bomber is some kind of superhuman. Some kind of super nerd.
He certainly is that.
He was like bit by a nerd spider.
And, you know, with that sensor tower up, he knows when siege tanks move forward and he can scan. Bomber taking his fourth, while Byun fights to try to take his third. I love how he's rallying his Vikings off to the side. Look at that, 4-star force.
This is actually just so beautiful what I'm seeing right now.
He can just run in, win the Viking battle, and then what do you have, Byun? Even less than before.
2 Ghost Academies.
He's going to start nuking.
Yeah.
And, you know, while nukes can be very good to force tanks back, and that could be what he's doing, I almost feel like he's making fun of Byun with those. I think that's what they're for.
No, I'm under the same impression. Like, you could do it, but getting 2 Ghost Academies right away, he wants to get a cloak and everything else out there instantly.
Could be. And I think we may even just see him skip that and go right into nukes. Just do something fun.
Yeah.
He has a lot of...
he's making one
nuke
now.
And cloak. And he's making a bunch of ghosts because there's all these tech lab barracks. And, you know, it's kind of like he knows right now from the sick positioning he's in. He's even taking another base. He's going up to 5 base already while Byun is fighting tooth and nail to keep his third.
Once again, just moving in here. Not the, actually probably the worst attack we've seen from Byun yet, but right now he has the room to make those mistakes.
I mean, he might even want to give that supply away.
Look at this. Just another little thing to keep Byun back at his base.
Bomber's almost getting too cute at this point, but he is making some Banshees. So when his Vikings clean up all the Vikings of Byun, which is a tiny number, he's sitting around at 8 Vikings compared to the 12.
They did scan. He should see that ghost. Let me tell you guys, people at home watching, this is almost impossible for Byun to recover from. I mean, Bomber's just...
Well, player Bomber's caliber, man.
Good.
Byun has to do surgical attacks where he assumes that Bomber is going to be spread too thin. Like, look what he's doing now, right? Just killing off some SVs, stopping some mining for a bit, trying to figure out what's where on the map. He has to surgically go in and kill areas. And he has to do that as best as he possibly can. We have a second
we have a scan here. Oh, he saw the blur, excuse me.
Well done, scan.
Another scan.
But here comes another Ghost Tasteless, and more scans going off.
Note that he doesn't have the gold base. He has to keep scanning to figure out where the hell that ghost is going to be. And this is a place, oh, dude. This nuke time. That nuke is flying across the map right now.
This is funny because this is actually not a position. I mean, it's nice if you get it off, but yeah, it's going to hit, man. He can't find it.
Whoa, damn.
26 kills on that Ghost from that nuke.
This is actually, I just want to point out, this is actually what Bomber's doing right now. Bomber's actually running around the map, nuking stuff every night, cancels it, just makes another one. Meanwhile, Banshees are coming in here.
Killing off missile turrets so that his cloak works better. So funny.
Rarely do you see a game where a guy's going to sack 4 Banshees just to get a turret because he's that far ahead.
You know, I
oh my God, look at Bomber.
I put Byun in, top 5 or so Terrans in the world right now. Bomber is a whole different world.
Well, this guy is looking better than MVP.
Easily
Terran
better
versus
than
Terran.
MVP. Yeah, you're right. And MVP played some pretty awesome games. In fact, I think Byun is the one who knocked him out. But Bomber is like transcending the current understanding of Terran. He has transcended that. He is playing differently than anybody and just with more skill in every single area. Better multitasking, better harassment, better micro, better macro, better decision making, better strategies. We are watching something that we should all feel quite blessed to watch right now.
His play style really is just immaculate, and this is just the beginning, guys. Look, I'm going to call right now, I don't see Byun winning the next game. I mean, stay and watch, because maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
but I don't
stay
think
and
I'm
watch
wrong.
to see the way in which Bomber rips Byun's head off and spits down his neck.
Yeah.
Watch him bolt a strike with it. It's not even bumper lanes. It's the map Tasteless can't play.
No, I can't play on those maps on bowling. Only the bumper lane ones.
I know it.
The other maps are stupid.
He can roll a strike with Byun's head on that stuff, man.
This is a little bit scary. I thought maybe Bomber will win, but
dude, I can't wait to
Byun's
see Bomber
good.
versus ST.
Byun can take games off him.
Sorry to jump ahead of myself. I can't wait to see Bomber against ST, though.
I know, man. Wow, he is like really good.
He is something else.
All right, well, we're going to go
tickled
on to game number 3 here. We will probably have a little commercial break. I'm sure we're just waiting for Korean commentators to get over the shock of seeing games like that. I have not seen a TVT like that in either of those 2 games where it's like the guy just gets so far ahead, and I'm like, well, I wonder how he could come back. I'm like, I'm supposed to be an analyst. I'm supposed to see that, and I don't see anything. He's just basically oh, by the way, Shannon, marry him. Do it, Shannon. See the sign? It's trolling us in the back of the... You see that?
I did see that, yeah.
Time to get married.
Well,
this is just...
what we're seeing
these
is
games are mind-blowing.
A complete outclassing of a world top 5-ish Terran.
Yeah.
Which, it's just so rare to see something like this. It's awesome.
All right, we'll be right back after a 5-minute break. Let's see what the rest of these games look like in just a little bit.
Don't you press step till the morning.